Hello, and welcome to another chapter of a tome pulled right off the shelves at the heart of the jackals. This is Rigar, Part 12, Forced to Act. Let's get to work.
Etha tried to bolt out of the mound of fresh corpses they were hiding in. The golem cloth rope Korvoth had been clever enough to tie to her, and his own belt forced her back onto her face. She turned to blood-muck-splattered features, filled with loathing, right towards him, saying, "What the fuck?" more effectively than words could ever provide. The fuck is that I just saved your life. We're stuck here as long as they're killing for fun out there. So get that into your head before the other ideas kill you. She gave him her best "you're a monster" look. It was a fairly good effort, too, but Korvoth remained adamant on this issue. There are thousands of soldiers in that valley. What do you want me to do? Use the darkness. Etha accused Korvoth with her hurried signs his way. I can only use it for a few minutes at most, Etha. Much less than that if I'm shrouding someone else. I cannot save them. I might be able to save you. Korvoth pulled her back into their private hell. The smell was unimaginable. We have to do something, Etha pleaded toward him uselessly. Do you have a plan? Korvoth asked of her plainly. She calmed down as she slowly came up with various ideas and figured out how each one would fail. Finally, Etha shook her head in reply. Look, we managed to hide from the Morag riders. Chased near the limit of their lungs collapsing in on themselves, more like. But there are resources here. We're hidden. I will not fail Jaguru, nor shall you in my care. She sulked for a while as Korvoth slowly began searching the bodies for tools he could use. Unlike her, he did have a plan. The right components to act, but nothing to shape them with. He'd already tried many stones on the golem box parts. There! He could use this. Korvoth finally had a metal knife. Tempered umbra. He could use it well. He got to work, cutting himself several times with his hands coated in rivers of vital essence. He ignored such pain. They didn't have all that much time. He had to be faster than he could be safe. Look for a flint, Korvoth ordered Etha. She gestured for him to untie the rope, but he shook his head at her. He couldn't stand to watch her kill herself in some vain attempt to be heroic right now. Yes. Korvoth finally managed to trim a shard, and did it with several more, shaping them to fit into the tiny slot in the energy chamber. Next he got to work carving a grip, and then a trigger. He'd have to reload it every shot, and it would never be accurate more than a dozen meters. But if his luck held out, that would be plenty for what he intended. If his luck held out. Etha shoved the flint into his hands. The sound of rampaging clawed feet turned back into their direction. The slaughter was complete. Judgment was approaching. Korvoth slotted the flint into his contraption, raising it into the air, test-firing his device. He might kill himself and Etha with this firing. His weapon of probable salvation. The explosion bellowed out into the sky above them. Theatrical, but the Morosi fused with their Morag mounts. A superstitious lot halted their ascent up the hill. Korvoth didn't hate them for what they were. They were just spreading the Bladestone Prairie, their home and habitat, the blessing of their god. Korvoth now cherished every last private jackal history lecture Lothran had ever provided for him and forced him through. Knowledge was Korvoth's only reliable weapon against such forces facing him now. He was going to use every last scrap of it to his advantage. He cut the rope connecting himself to Etha. "Stand and walk with me. Show no fear, not a grain of that sort of sand." Etha did as she was told. Fearful at first, especially having witnessed for hours what they would soon stare directly into, but courage revealed after that. Korvoth himself felt almost relieved. He faced an impossible challenge, but with the bounty of all Lothran had honed upon his agile mind, he had a shot. That fueled the fire, no longer in Korvoth's feet. Now it raged in his mind, and strangely, it made him all the calmer and determined to prove himself for his father.
And so it is. Our time together has once more come to a close. I have been Lothran, and this was Rigar Part 12. Forced to Act. Another tale from the heart of the jackals. Go ahead, Korvoth.
Yes, sir. That's the end of the story today, folks. Please leave all your questions, comments, and kindnesses down below. Don't be a jerk, though. And don't forget to stay safe out there. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to show your support. And when you subscribe, there's this bell thing you gotta click for notifications, because we release videos every day, and you don't want to miss none of them. Good night, and good luck. See you again tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.